Heads bowed, the 4 children of Queen Elizabeth stood by their late mother's casket in a 10-minute ceremony known as the Vigil of the Princes. Thousands of mourners filed a singular line to pay their final respects to the late monarch, as she lay rest in the 12th century St Giles Cathedral in Edinburgh. It's been a day of sombre processions for the King. Addressing the Scottish Parliament earlier in the day, he offered a word of gratitude to the Scottish people and a promise as a sovereign going forward.
My mother felt, as I do, the greatest admiration for the Scottish people, for their magnificent achievements and their indomitable spirit. I take up my new duties with thankfulness for all that Scotland has given me, with resolve to seek always the welfare of our country and its people.
The day began in London, where he stepped into Westminster Hall for the first time as monarch. As he stood before an audience packed with familiar faces, members of the House of Commons and the House of Lords offered their condolences. In his speech, the King acknowledged the responsibility that now lay on his shoulders and reminded his audience of his mother's dedication to upholding the principles of constitutional government.
As I stand before you today, I cannot help but feel the weight of history which surrounds us. She set an example of selfless duty, which, with God's help and your counsels, I am resolved faithfully to follow.
It was a nod to the Queen's lifetime of service that the King, too, now in his new role as monarch, will be looking to emulate.